Hey up, you lot watching this? It's me.
Hey
It's
up!
me. It's me. It's
What?
Phil as well.
My life. No, actually, don't. No, don't do that. That's
No.
not a nice thing to do.
No,
We're back with
don't.
some more flumble,
Fml.
which we haven't done in a while. So we thought we'd have a go and see what other things. Now, what's your bet, Andrew? How many cheating people are we going to see?
You know, it's funny you
Yeah,
asked that because I was thinking that myself. I was about to ask you the same question. How many cheating people do you think will catch
I know,
in these
there's
FMLs?
a few. We always seem to have a fair few people who are cheating on each other, and I still don't understand why do it. If you really, if you really don't think that your relationship's getting anywhere, then talk it out. But let's see what we get, and if we do indeed get any, wouldn't it be funny if we reached the end and there were not a tired, cheaty one? Then there'll be a little hope for
Quite
humanity.
something, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, Phil. It's spooky season, but come on. Today, back when my son had an imaginary friend at 3 years old, it was cute. When he was 7, it was concerning. Now he's 15, still talks to him, and is refusing to see a therapist. Even though I'm genuinely scared, it's a thin line between imaginary friends and hearing voices in your head. Ooh.
Right. So hearing voices. Yeah.
We're starting off strong.
Yeah, I can see what you're thinking of, because you might be thinking things like schizophrenia, which is obviously quite an intense mental disorder, where you're hearing voices and you think you're another person.
Yeah.
But obviously, when you're your reality sort of breaks down. When you're young, it's fine to have imaginary friends. Did I? I can't. I'm just trying to remember when. Yeah, when I was younger, did I have an imaginary friend? I can't really remember.
No, I can't remember one either. There probably was one. I just need to try and... well, I was about to say I need to try and cast my mind back, but then again, if we're thinking about when I was, 2 or 3 years old, I probably don't really remember anything from those years of my life, to be honest.
Oh, there's a film that's like this. Have you heard of Drop Dead Fred?
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's about this woman who basically has an imaginary friend, and she tries to get rid of him, but it's always there and it keeps annoying her. And then I think by the end of the film, he disappears and she gets very sad. But yeah, Drop Dead Fred, played by Rick Mayall, is the imaginary friend. Yeah. It's a funny guy, was Rick Mayall.
Was there a twist in that film where it wasn't just her who could see him, it was also small children? Was it something like that?
Yeah, it's a long time ago I watched the film.
Because I've suddenly had a memory of a film that I have seen when I was very, very young, and I'm now wondering if actually that might be it.
Maybe a Drop Dead Fred.
Maybe, I don't know though. God, I'd have to Google it probably.
Yeah.
I feel like you've just unlocked a long forgotten memory there, Phil. You're blowing into your microphone. Yeah.
What? Sorry.
Were you blowing into your microphone?
Oh, sorry. Let me just adjust. Let me move the microphone a bit further away. I think it was a bit too close to my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
No,
so in this scenario, it is. I suppose it could be a little bit concerning, but I have heard actually of some children that do have imaginary past when they're in their teenage years, but it does eventually go. I would start to worry a bit more if it got towards the latter teen years.
Yeah.
But if you want to see a therapist, maybe it's worth.
Yeah, just for peace of mind, I guess. See a therapist, get an opinion on that. It's a tricky one. I would say it's kind of your life sucks a bit. Also, probably your kid's life maybe sucks a bit if this is something serious.
Okay, well, we'll just have to see, won't we? Just see what comes of it.
Indeed.
Okay, 4 vibes as we go. I slept on the couch last night, not because of an angry significant other, but because my bedroom was absolutely freezing thanks to the wind. It was like a giant freezer. Even fully cocooning myself in blankets with a sweater on didn't work. I should get a space heater.
Oh dear, yeah. Oof, yeah.
What? Hang on a minute. What? Is your bedroom exposed to the elements? Have you got a roof on you?
Or maybe it just has very, very poor insulation.
Poor insulation or very thin walls.
Something like that.
Yeah. If that's the case, you maybe need to start thinking about getting some insulation or getting some way to thicken up the walls in some sort of way.
That's the only thing I can think of. Maybe it's just like an older and poor build or something, and it's just not well insulated. Maybe the windows don't have proper double glazing or anything like that. And
that's got to
loses heat very fast.
Don't get a space heater. Do you realise how much your electricity bill will be
Yeah.
if you put that in? Those heaters that you plug in on the ground, oh my God, they eat your electricity bill.
They do.
Absolutely eat. So don't go, because your electricity bill will just go out of control. But hopefully you didn't get to the point where you'd have to put on a coat. Imagine having to wear a coat in your own house.
I know. It's quite something, that. It always reminds me a little bit of when I was still a kid and I was living back up north in the family house, and, you know, one of my... Well, because for much of my childhood, I originally had one bedroom, which was on the sort of west side of the house. Eventually, I moved into one that was more sort of northeast side of the house. But that west side of the house bedroom that I was in, that could also be a bit of an ice box sometimes.
Could it?
Yeah, in winter. Obviously not as bad as this, but it was just one of those ones that... yeah, because it's west facing. I think, you know, throughout most of the day, it would always be fairly cool. And then... you know,
did you have a radiator in the room?
It had a radiator. Yeah, it did. Yeah, it had radiators, so it wasn't too bad. But still, it could sometimes be quite cool in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, that sucks for you, OP.
Yeah.
Guess you just have to save up money and see if there's anything you can do with the building to, you know,
Insulate it.
Insulate, preserve energy, I'm guessing. Indeed. Cruel driver. Today I was late for class and I had to run to catch my bus, which only stops near our house twice a day. I made it to the doors just as they closed and the bus drove away, with my sweaty reflection staring back at me in the moving bus door window.
Oh no, you missed your bus.
Yeah. I think we've all been there, probably. We've missed a bus sometime. And, you know, we just sort of cursed ourselves thinking, God, I should have set out a few minutes earlier. Something like that.
Yeah, and then there was a case where you have to wait for another bus or see if someone can help take you. I mean, in this case, you could probably get someone. Maybe you can get someone to take you to school then if you missed the bus. Because sometimes the next one can be like hours later.
Indeed, yeah. It's like, for example, in my local area that I used to live in, buses would come very infrequently.
They would indeed. Obviously, to start with, before we could drive, whenever I used to come to visit your house, we would always take the bus.
Yeah.
And there was one period where I went to the normal bus stop, but they changed the route of the bus, so it bypassed that bus stop. And I was waiting there, and it never came. And the time was going on. I was like, "What's going on?" And find out the bus bypassed it now.
Phil waiting for eternity for a bus that would never come.
Yeah.
Indeed. Oh gosh, yes, I have vague recollections of you showing up late at my place, and I was like, "Where have you been?" And you were all like, "I'm sorry, the bus has been rerouted."
Yeah, I don't know why they did that and why they missed that bus stop. They must have had a reasoning for it. Maybe it was just a bus stop that hardly ever got used.
Yeah, it can sometimes be maybe there's roadworks going on somewhere that force them to take a diversion.
But usually they put temporary bus stops for that.
Usually, yeah. Yeah, that's a Your Life Sucks, I think, on that one for this person.
Unfortunate.
Indeed.
Unfortunate. Okay. So today a cop pulled me over. I forgot to read the title. Sorry. Concerning. It was very concerning, this one. A cop pulled me over and asked if I knew why. I panicked and blurted out, "Because I just killed someone." He just stared at me in disbelief and said, "No, because your taillights are..." Okay.
Oh,
sorry. So this is a strange one, isn't it?
It is.
The fact that the fact that you might have run over something, but a deer, or something along those lines. But now you've got to go. Will the policeman be that? Goodness me, round 3.
Indeed. I don't know what's happening
there. It's like a boxing match going on here.
Indeed. Ding, ding, ding.
But
need the freaking
anyway,
bell going.
Is this concerning? Oh God, the amount of times we've looked at it. Is this concerning? It's almost coming to the point. Is concerning becoming a word?
Yeah, I know. I would say this is probably one of those options where we need "that's hilarious" kind of, because this cop probably will be like, "No, you've not killed anybody. Don't worry."
It's probably and the fact that this person has probably got like they say, a bit of a panic state. Because when you get pulled over by a cop, you sort of go, oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah.
Oh my god, what have I done?
Exactly.
It's always a scary moment when the. Do they write a ticket for that? Tail lights being out. I think they do, don't they?
Possibly, yeah. That or maybe. Right. back in. Sorry, fourth time's the charm, hopefully.
No, there's never fourth time though, is it?
No, never is.
Okay, so so I think in this case, the cop would be probably have a humorous moment.
Yeah. So that's hilarious then.
Yeah,
That's
I think we need to move on to the next one. We've been
Yeah.
on for about 5 years.
Indeed. It'll be me now, won't it?
Yeah.
Where everybody knows your name. Today I feel very lost. I've been in and out of psych wards so much. It's so bad that the ER nurse knows me as the AI coder guy, and the people in the mental health wards know me by my first name and have a welcome back thing each time. It's so embarrassing.
Oh dear. Okay. Well, obviously it's that sort of is where you go on first name terms. But being in our psych wards is not good, is it?
Yeah. I mean, at least you're getting some kind of mental health support here. And at the end of the day, they seem to be friendly, the people there, towards you.
And the best thing is to have support when you are suffering from mental health issues. So going in now and they're being nice to you as well. So hopefully you have some improvement.
Yeah, look at it this way, OP. It could be worse, I feel, in this particular instance. I would say your life sucks, but, just I suppose it's good that it's not anything more, and that it seems like you do have a circle of people who are quite friendly around you by the looks of it.
I agree with that one.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
I'm just trying to find sort of like a silver lining in it.
Do you remember we used to have 10 options? We had
I know.
like 10 options at one stage.
Yeah.
I can't remember what they all were, but...
Well, that's hilarious. The other one was something like more information needed.
Oh god, more information needed. Yeah, we had those a few times, didn't we?
Indeed.
I remember there was one FML quite a long time ago. It's the only one that we ever had which had a picture.
Oh,
Remember that one?
yes.
It was that one of the plant.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. That one. Never seen
long
it.
time ago. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So definitely, your life sucks there. Is it possible you could just zoom in the screen a bit?
Yeah.
Just some of the.
Is that better for you?
Just a bit more.
Just a bit more. There you go.
That's better. Okay. So Full Blast. From 2010. Right. So it's 14 years old. Wow. 2010 was 14 years ago.
I know. Scary to think.
I know, isn't it? So I got a text from my boyfriend whilst on the train home from spending a weekend at his grandparents' house. It said, Grant says to tell you that the bin beside the toilet is actually for storing spare shampoos and toothbrushes. So could you not put your tampons in it next time?
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh dear. Oof. I mean, I'm going to be honest though. Who puts a bin next to a toilet and then stores spare shampoo and toothbrushes in it?
Yeah, if you've got a bin, you would think
That's where rubbish goes.
Yeah, sorry. What's the purpose of a bin? Sorry, what is it? What is the purpose of a bin? It is to dispose of the waste.
You went very posh there for a moment, Phil.
I did go for it. But yeah, it's waste disposal. That's a bin's primary purpose.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there not like a Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I think it might be my microphone on my headset that's having a few problems. Possibly a sign that it's going to need replacing sometime soon.
It is, isn't it? Indeed. But yes, this is a very curious one. This one, but it's a bit weird to store shampoos and toothbrushes in a bin.
Yeah, next to the toilet of all places.
Yeah.
I say that's a Your Life Sucks definitely on that one. Also need to click the option that says, Gran, why on earth are you storing that shit near the toilet?
Yeah.
Take it
Where's
away.
that one? I don't see that one.
No.
Where is it? Can you see it? Where?
It's actually somewhere where the sun don't shine.
That's why it's 37,000. Well, because it's been going for 14 years.
Yeah, exactly. Is it me? Actually, I've completely forgotten now who's...
It is, yes, it is.
Long-winded way of saying, no chance, mate. Today I went out for dinner with my crush and expressed my love for her. She responded by saying that we should know that this is the real thing, and to do so we needed to date other people and let time bring us together.
Okay, that is a very sort of convoluted way of saying,
Yeah.
Mate, it ain't happening.
Indeed.
Wow, that's a sort of weird way to express it.
Yeah. I think there is a bit of more information needed here. Just though, was this your first time you've been out with your crush? Because if it is, expressing your love for her on the first date feels like it's coming on a bit strong.
Oh yeah. No, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the first? If it's not a first one, then no, fair enough.
Yeah.
But if it's you've been going out for a while, but yeah, if it's the first time, I'm with you there.
I can sort of freak someone out and think, okay, that's a bit sudden. That's a bit much all at once.
Bit sudden. Yeah.
Yes. Indeed.
More information needed.
Yeah. I think that's the option we're going with on that one. Indeed. Well,
we're just making our own options now.
Indeed. Well, that's even better, isn't it?
Actually, if you just scroll up a bit, because sometimes the text on the right is difficult. That's better. It's clearer now. Confuddled. I met my boyfriend's parents for the first time. I got nervous and tried to say, "Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you." When I should have just said, "It's nice to meet you." To make things worse, it came out as, "Nice to hear you. I've met a lot about you." Cool. Well, I mean, still a compliment.
Yeah.
You've told them they're nice to listen to.
Indeed.
I've met a lot about you. So you've met them like, oh my God, are you a time traveler? You've met them in various, or are you a universe
hopping person?
Yeah, you've been to see them in other universes. Oh yeah, I've seen you before. You were quite nice in that one. You weren't so nice in that other universe.
Oh, the parallel universe where you're actually dictator of the world or whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You don't know. There are many parallel universes. There could be one where both me or you are horrible dictators,
possibly,
and we have a tyrannical rule over the world, or maybe just one country.
Yeah. Or maybe, it's a more miserable story. Maybe in an infinite number of parallel universes, we are still just a pair of flipping numpties reading FMLs on YouTube or something.
Yeah. We're not dictators because we all want to be that. Time to be a bit current topic. Looking at you, Hamas.
Hamas.
Yes. Well, at least their leader's dead.
Ham-ass.
Hammy ass.
Yes,
oh dear. Well, you'll have one of those if you're a pig.
True.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Truer words have never been spoken, eh?
Yes.
But that's hilarious.
That's hilarious. Yeah. That's one of those stories that it's embarrassing now, but several years down the line you'll be able to look back on that and it'll be a funny story and all that you tell each other. Remember that time when I tongue-tied myself trying to talk to your Right.
We're back again for some more FML fun.
Yes, we are.
Right.
You're doing it almost like you're doing a new intro there, Phil.
Yeah, no, new like we're going to be starring in our own musical.
Yeah, indeed.
Right.
I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, Phil.
I think is it you to read
this one? Oh, is it me? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know. The amount of problems we've been having, I've just lost track completely of who's doing which
scroll
one.
On. Scroll on.
Yeah. You did that.
Oh, yes, I did that one.
Yeah, it is me then. Today, my toddler started chirping, "Mummy's on the toilet," while I was in a public restroom at our local mall. She also knocked on the stall door to make sure everyone was made aware of her exact location.
I've heard about things like this before with little kids doing this with their parents and this is definitely a hilarious one.
Yeah.
But they do it a lot because at that sort of age they don't really know any better. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
As a toddler, you haven't really develop the sort of social skills that you shouldn't really do things like that.
Indeed. Yeah, again, this is one of those things. Embarrassing at the time, you'll look back on it and laugh, though, in a couple of years. Yeah. That's a definite, that's hilarious, that one.
I would 100% agree on that one.
Indeed. Next one, from 2008.
Oh, wow. With friends like these. Today, I found out my best friends, in inverted commas, have gone on a crazy weekend. Oh, and they didn't think to invite me.
Oh dear.
Well, you know what you can say to your friends? Piss off. And show them the two fingers. If you're not going to invite me, unless they had a reason, unless it was like they were a bit more of a circle
maybe
compared to you.
Yeah.
But if they were like proper best friends, like you were saying here, then they need to come up with a damn good excuse as to why they didn't invite you.
I feel like this is another need more information option here before I can really make a judgment, in case there's something that the OP hasn't realised. But yeah, I mean, just on the face of it, it does feel like Your Life Sucks, but like I say, still a bit more information required, I think.
Because what happens if one of the or this group of friends, it was their birthday, but you don't really know the other person in that group, so they might have gone, and that's why. But it's best to have a chat with them, asking why they did that.
Yeah.
And obviously, if they come back with an excuse, "Oh, sorry, we forgot." Right. Well, in that case, you're great friends then.
Indeed. I'm so tired. Today, I was so tired at work that I stared at the microwave waiting for my food. It was a full minute before I realised I'd never actually turned it on after I put the food in it.
You see, microwaves, unfortunately, they're not quite magical yet.
No.
They can't quite cook food if they aren't turned on.
One day,
so
psychic-controlled microwaves, Phil, when are they coming?
Yeah, exactly. When are they coming? No, you need to turn it on. So to do that, you need to start stripping.
Oh, okay.
And that'll turn the microwave on. Yeah.
That went in an unexpected direction.
Yeah.
Thank you, Phil, for the subversion of my expectations. Most masterful.
Exactly, that's what I'm here for.
Indeed.
But microwaves don't do that. I'm afraid you're going to have to turn it on, and you're probably waiting for the beep, the annoying beep. Oh my god, when the microwave beeps. If only there was some sort of I don't understand why microwave companies haven't put a mechanism in where you can actually stop the beep.
Yeah.
Because it's like when you're just sitting there, beep. Oh.
So loud.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm guessing this OP was just so exhausted from work and stuff that they just had one of those moments, which I think we've all been there, probably.
We have had tired. You get tired at work because you have lots of things to do.
Indeed. Your life sucks there, OP. Maybe, I don't know, if it's getting too much for you, might want to talk to your boss or something and just say, look, the amount of responsibility I'm carrying out is starting to leave me quite burnt out or something.
Yeah, and it's making me unable to work microwaves.
Yeah, that too. I can't work microwave, boss.
Work microwave. Well, have you seen the new fancy microwaves that have all these buttons? You're like, oh god, what do they do?
Yeah.
That's like millions of buttons. You're like, oh god. And you have to go through the manual and go, what does this one do?
Yeah. Your life sucks. There you go.
Fitness time. After finally getting over my ex, it felt like it was time to climb back into the
dreaded dating
diving pool.
Dating.
I also recognise dating pool. Yes, it's very difficult to see on the right hand side there. I also recognise that I need to get in shape to maximise my chances. So I went
running.
Maybe can you just scroll up a bit?
Yeah.
Maybe you can see it better.
Can you see it if I do that?
Yeah, a little bit. Half a mile and I tripped over my own feet, landed face first in a bush, and had to walk home covered in leaves.
Oh dear.
Well, at least you're getting fitness on the go. It's always good to keep your physical fitness in peak condition.
Yeah.
Because it's not as well as being good for physical. It's good for mental health as well. That's why I aim to do at least one gym session a day. Most of the time I do two. But I try to keep up with going to the gym because it's just good to be away as well and being in there. And obviously, I see a lot of regulars as well, so it's a good way to make friends.
Yeah, indeed.
Well,
so I would say to the OP here, it just sounds like one of them days where things just go wrong. Again, I think we've all been there. We've all had embarrassing moments where we slip and fall over in public.
Well, I was once. When I was a lot younger, I was actually naked and fell into a whole bush of nettles.
Oof.
Yeah, that was not nice.
Dare I ask the context for how this happened?
I think we were on a camping trip.
Yeah.
I think we were just on a camping trip, and I was just very young, and I think I was. I think the parents were. I think I was going to go for a shower or something, but I just ran away because I didn't want to have a shower. and obviously I was very young, and I was completely naked. And then I just ran out into the woods and right into a nettle bush, and obviously tripped over, fell, and went into it. And what are nettles notorious for being?
Very good for soup.
Very good for soup, yes, yeah. But actually, I've never tried nettle soup.
No, I've never tried it either. Yes.
But obviously, they're very painful because they've got the little stingers on them. But when you turn it into nettle soup, it actually gets rid of the stingers.
Yeah. JK, that's not actually what happened. It was just a couple of years ago when Phil decided to go streaking through public.
Exactly, and I fell into the nettle bush and I really hurt myself.
Yeah, there you go. No.
I always find it interesting that nettles seem to always grow next to their enemy, the dock leaves.
Yes.
Well, it's always funny that they're always next to a dock leaf, and of course, for those who don't know, dock leaves can reduce the stinging and painful effect of a nettle when you rub it over the nettle sting. But it's always weird how they always are growing together. Yeah. I don't know why that is.
Is there some mutual symbiosis thing going on with them where, they sort of gain a benefit from one another? Certain species do sometimes. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So a little bit of that's hilarious, but also your life sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Indeed. Cool moves. Today, on my first day as a substitute teacher in a high school, I split the seam of my trousers in front of 30 teenagers. I had nothing spare, so I spent the rest of the school day with my raincoat tied around my waist, hiding it. I'm here for 2 weeks already, and I've lost their respect. Oh no!
Oh no! And you're a substitute teacher, which means not many people are going to really know you.
Yeah. And the thing is, because you're a substitute teacher, I don't know if you ever found this in school, but I always found that kids, with substitute teachers were always like, they're only going to be around for a few weeks, we'll just doss around and things like that. So it's even worse. And now you've done something that's quite embarrassing, so you're not going to let that down.
They're really going to do it.
Yeah.
The substitute teacher is an interesting thing. Like, obviously they're there to cater for your teacher who's off, but is it just like a stopgap?
Yeah, I don't know, actually.
To becoming a real teacher?
I'm not sure. I sometimes wonder if maybe, I don't know, because I seem to remember a lot of substitute teachers I had in school often were older people, so I wonder if maybe it's like teachers who formally have retired but have decided to sort of maybe just keep sort of on a list of people who can be called up.
Get a bit of money,
something like that, I don't know.
But imagine if you just, I'm just going to relax today, put my feet up, ring, Mrs. Deaver's off today, so I'm afraid you're going to have to come in. Could you come in and please substitute for the for Year 7 maths?
What was the name of your fictional teacher then? Mrs. Deaver.
Mrs. Deaver, yeah, because she came in, as soon as she walked into the room, she was like, "Hi guys, let's get started."
Yep, and when the kids start kicking up before, she gets very stroppy and drama queeny. Yes.
Yeah, and that was very much like Gok Kwan. How'd you look good naked?
Oh my God, that's a show I feel like disappeared off TV a long time ago.
Yeah, they did.
Unless it's secretly still going, I don't know.
I think you could be on the right tracks there, though, because I always wondered what substitute teachers were, but they never seemed to get a lot of respect, which I thought was a bit sad, really. But because they always you could just mill around, but then they could still go to say, I'm gonna report this to your main teacher, and then the main teacher comes in and says, I've heard what you did to the substitute teacher. That's appalling behaviour.
I do have memories of a moment like that in primary school where our main teacher had been off for a few days, and we'd had this old woman substitute teacher, and most people in the class just dossed around, and then when the main teacher came back, he was furious.
I think I had a incidents in secondary school where that happened. It's just don't
be nice to them, ladies and gentlemen.
This is always be nice.
Indeed. Okay. I think your life sucks definitely on that one. Shall I just read them if you want?
I think I'll just read them.
Yeah, because I think on Skype you're having a bit of trouble seeing them. What's that coming over the
hill? Hang on. I can still read the titles.
Oh, you can still read that.
What's that coming over the hill? Is it a monster? Who sings that?
I don't know.
What's that coming over the hill? Oh no, who sings that? Oh, that's a classic song, that.
Yeah. You see, if you could read the rest of it, I would challenge you to read the whole thing in that sing-song voice. But today they say our bowels are like a second brain. Well, mine seems to have the brains of an 8-year-old because we've been playing Attack of the Monster Poo for 5 consecutive days now. Of course, like any self-respecting monster, it only attacks when you're asleep. Then again, once you've let your guard down.
Oh dear.
Guess you've got a medical issue here?
Yeah, have you got a bit of IBS? Is it IBS? I think IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. One where you can't. I had a colleague for an old job who had that, and they had to, quite frequently keep going to the toilet.
Yeah. IBS is one of those things that just can be such an irritation in life.
But I think you can take tablets.
You can.
For it.
There are things you can do about it. I mean, the thing with that IBS, for example, is that obviously usually it'll be really triggered by certain things in your diet. So it's a matter of sometimes trying to figure out what it is that causes it and then cut that out of your diet.
Exactly. Yeah. Which actually relates. Is this person eating things that they're not like? Things that can increase your chances to need to go for a poo is if you're drinking dairy things but you're lactose intolerant, or if you're eating things with gluten in it and you have gluten intolerance, that will cause you to shit like there's no tomorrow.
May well be worth, I don't know, just booking an appointment with a doctor and just getting a few opinions on that. Maybe it's just
see if you've got lactose intolerance or gluten intolerance, which is bad because things like milk and cheese and bread are really nice things, but you can get dairy-free stuff.
Yeah.
You can get obviously gluten-free stuff, which is the thing. I hate the fact that all this gluten-free stuff. Everyone, the fact that everyone thinks it's a health fad,
Yeah.
and
It's
people
not.
have it because it thinks it makes them healthy. No, it's not. Gluten people have
Gluten people.
intolerant people have to have that stuff.
Beware
it's
the
not for
gluten
health
people.
reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right, though. It's not a fad thing. It's people do it because they have a genuine health need. So yes, I'm sure whilst there are some examples of some random influencer somewhere who is going on and on about gluten when actually they don't really need gluten-free or anything like that, but majority of people who eat gluten-free food usually need it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Same with dairy-free stuff.
Yeah.
So check to see if you've got anything like that.
Indeed. Your life sucks there, OP, but maybe also click the option of might be worth just asking for a doctor's opinion, potentially.
Yeah.
If you got IBS or something like that, I'm sure they could probably give you a few or help you sort of identify something you can maybe do just to ease your symptoms or something like that.
Yeah, that will help. There'll be something that will help you,
Yeah.
surely. Okay.
Title, Phil?
Here she comes. Arr.
You're a pirate now. Today I realised my gym crush has only been smiling at me because I've been using the equipment completely wrong for weeks. Oh dear.
But maybe they're coming to help.
Maybe.
Just think about that. Maybe they'll, there might be a thing coming for, and also it's just smile. At least he's not laughing at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Just to be like, they might come over and just, do you want me to help you out a little bit on that? I must admit, there have been times where I've used some of the equipment wrong, and people have come over and just helped me out,
Yeah.
and start to obviously use the machines better. So it's always useful. I know that sometimes you don't want people always telling you what to do, but sometimes it's useful.
The thing is, you never know. Is your gym crush? There's a good bit of thing where you start a conversation, you have your own little sort of rom-com, romantic start or something. Who knows?
Yeah, it could happen. You never know. Maybe have a little chin wag.
Yeah, exactly. So could be a way you could spin this into something better. Who knows? Your life sucks. There you go.
Yeah,
indeed.
Oh, look at this one now, 2015. Thanks, I guess.
Today I met my biological parents for the first time, 29 years into my life. They turned out to be two of the most pathetic people I've ever met, and the meeting ended after they asked me to lend them money because I literally owe them my life. Cut right out of your life immediately.
Yeah. Unfortunately, there are some parents that not very well liked to own. They come to the point where you've had to disown them, because they have not treated you right. Yeah, unfortunately, there's parents that are like that, and they're just not fit to be parents.
Yeah, if you ever have a parent, ladies and gentlemen, who comes out with something like this, that I raised you, or I gave birth to you, you owe me everything, then when you turn 18, get out of that house and run, and just take control of your own life, because that is very controlling. That's a very emotionally manipulative thing to do to someone. So just be aware
and the
of
fact
that.
that it says biological parents, obviously, have you been adopted then, and been with foster parents? Sounds to me like you have, and you finally decided to see them. 29 years.
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever find out why they put you up for adoption? Because it can range from anything, something nasty like this, but sometimes it's just because they can't cope.
Yeah.
Just they don't have the financial means to support
Indeed.
the child.
Yeah. So that's one of those things where I wouldn't say more information needed, but more information might be sort of interesting, I guess, just out of curiosity. But see, your life sucks, definitely.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. But I always think when you're adopted, it's quite sad, because it could be that the parents are nasty buggers, or it could just be they can't cope, or they've been the subject to I'm not going to say it because it's not a nice thing, the being ard. You know what I mean. Being ard,
Yes.
that's that could be why, and obviously they have a baby because of that and have to get up, but I suppose, and then you've got to think what the adopted parents are going to be like.
Yeah, indeed. Because my family, we have my parents have a couple of friends, a couple who adopted a kid, and I think his kid must be in like his 20s actually by now. yeah, like he originally came from. Well, basically, he had to be given up as a baby because I think his mother just wasn't capable of looking after him, and his father, I think, was like flipping. Basically in jail or something. I can't remember.
Oh no!
Yeah, so
Be a bit of a criminal.
Yes. So I mean, fortunately though, the young lad grew up very, very well. By all accounts, he's a hard-working, great kid. So. Yeah.
And then you view them. You do view them as your actual mum and dad.
Yeah, exactly.
At some points.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some people do meet their biological parents, and they have a massive cry with each other. You know that, and they go, "I'm really sorry I gave you up. I just couldn't. I did not have the financial means to support you."
Yeah. That's your life sucks on that one, OP. But I think also, if there was another option here that is run for the hills, I would click that as well. Because do not go anywhere near your biological parents if they're going to be like that to you.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
Title
Never
is,
change the routine.
Today, my girlfriend and I got up, dressed and dealt with the kids. I had to be somewhere, so I poured coffee for her and me and started eating my breakfast. She got offended, refused to drink coffee with me, and has been ignoring me since. She regularly starts eating before I sit down.
Oh, that's a bit intriguing.
Yeah.
So, because you got up, dressed and dealt with the kids, and then made coffee and started eating breakfast before she did. She's now trying to be one uppity and starts eating before you do because you ate before me, so I'm going to do it. That's a bit
petty.
Sorry, petty and very childish behaviour.
Indeed. Yeah. I hope that's like a one-off thing and that that's not something that happens very often.
Sorry, but that's something that young children would do.
Yeah.
You know, when oh no, my brother there, no, he sat down before me. That's not fair. I'm not sitting down anymore. No. It's like that. It's like that sort of thing.
Yeah. I mean, I assume here that OP has told the girlfriend, oh, I'm sorry, I have to be somewhere, so I'm probably going to have to hurry along. And, she's still sort of getting offended by it. It seems just like really petty behaviour.
Otherwise, if it carries like this, you're going to say, well, you have to rethink that relationship.
Yeah.
But then, are you? Because you've got kids.
That's the thing, people often stay in relationships that don't work just because they feel like they have to stick around for the kids. But sometimes you've got to ask, though, is that the best thing for the kids, or would it genuinely be better if you parted and instead you sort of, shared custody between the kids and they... Because people have this way they think, you got to do what's best for the kids, but sometimes forcing the couple to stay together if they're in a toxic relationship and they just don't like each other, is that really good for the kids? Or would it be better for both parents to just go away, have their own spaces, and the kids just move between them? It's not ideal. Right, back in. God, that's so annoying. I thought for a second it was going to work properly then, Phil, and it just, nope. 20 minutes or so, and then it cut out again. That's very annoying.
Again. Dear. Right. Well, So this is very bizarre, very sort of childish behaviour. So
your life sucks. I think you need to sit down and have a chat with her and just about this and find out what the heck is going on here.
No, you deserved it yet. I don't think we've done it. I don't think we've chosen you deserved it yet. Because it's not really anything that's warranted it. Indeed. Okay. The Antiques Roadshow. Now that's a very old programme.
Today I got home and found my kids playing with my coin collection. My wife told me to stop being grouchy because it's not like they're silver and gold. No, but they were all mint condition, some of them very rare, and every scratch the kids just put on them as half their value or worse.
Oh no, it's really precious coins.
Yeah. Yeah, God, yeah, I think you need to have a word about that because it's not just a matter of them being they're just coins. No, they're rare coins. They are worth something.
They could be worth a lot. And are you going to take them onto the Antiques Roadshow? There's that. That'll be funny. Or maybe some other sort of similar program.
Indeed.
But you need to, because you could get them valued, and they might be worth quite a lot.
Yeah.
And then what? Imagine that. Imagine your wife says that, and you go and get them valued, and they're worth like hundreds of thousands of pounds, and your wife is like, oh, sorry.
You take them on and the expert is like, this would have been worth several £100,000, but unfortunately the scratches now mean they're only worth about 20 quid.
And then you look at your wife with the most scathing, dead, death look.
Yeah, death stare.
And she slowly backs away, just man slowly backs away going, sorry.
Yeah. Oof, yeah. That's the thing. I know, it's just, as a parent, I suppose you always like worry if you have something in your house that's really vulnerable. I think the best thing really there is, obviously this isn't really going to help this OP here, but, if you have something that's worth a lot in your house, maybe, keep it out of reach of the children.
Yes.
Yeah.
Store it away.
Somewhere
Like
where they
with
can't access it.
cleaning products.
Yeah, exactly.
Bleach and things like that. You keep that out of the way of children, so keep other stuff.
Indeed, yeah. So that's a Your Life Sucks definitely on that one, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. We've got a bad sign next.
Today, my doctor asked if I had any unusual stress. I laughed and said, I've been crying in the shower. Does that count? He paused, looked at me seriously and said, yes. Yes, it does.
I'm afraid it does. Randomly crying in the shower is not usually a sign of something good, I'm afraid.
Yes.
And you need to probably work out with your doctor what's causing you stress.
Indeed.
Where it's coming from.
Yeah, so, maybe this is just your little wake-up call, OP, that maybe something is wrong. But the doctor's there, and, he's possibly now aware something's up, so he might be in a position to find out what it is and get it sorted.
Exactly, yes, I totally agree. I've just looked at the location. Canada, London.
Is there a city in Canada that also happens to be called London? I guess so.
Is there? Or do you maybe live between two places?
Possibly. You never know. I mean...
Canadon.
Canadon.
There you go.
I mean, the
Have
thing
you been
is...
to Canadon recently?
There's a lot of cities, I think, in the North American continent that technically are named after British cities, aren't they?
Oh, yeah, there's Birmingham. Birmingham, Alabama. I know that. There's a Manchester.
Yeah.
I believe somewhere in the US.
Yeah. So
and New York, of course.
Probably is a London, somewhere in North America then. So, yeah, absolutely. There you go. Yeah. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, what you said was totally true. You were there with the doctor. Have a word with him and see what things you can do, sort of rectify the old stress.
Yeah, that's a Your Life Sucks on that one. Absolutely. And we go.
My house, my rules from 2012, a good chunk of time ago now.
Today my dad made a new house rule. If it's yellow, let it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down. My whole house now smells like piss. Have a word with Dad.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You don't just leave piss lying in the toilet.
No, you don't. It's disgusting. Freaking flush that damn thing. Get rid of it.
Oh, I hate it when you go to like public places, like in the gym when I go to, and in the public toilets, people haven't flushed their piss down, and you're like, oh my god, the flush is there. All you have to do is put your hand on the flush and just grab it and then press it down.
Yes.
Oh, that's such a difficult task to do.
Indeed. I sometimes wonder if some people are like worried about germs on it, but it's like saying you're in a bathroom. There's literally a sink and soap and stuff right there.
There's a tap right there, and then suddenly the lid opens, like piss all over the bin, and like, oh god. And I feel sorry for the people in the public places, the cleaners. My god, they have a massive job to do.
Yeah, they do.
That's why you mentioned this in a Say Being Hunted episode a long time ago about going into public toilets, because they're absolutely disgusting.
Indeed.
Some of them can be decent. I have seen some of the service stations can be all right, but then there's some that are just absolutely vile.
Yeah. I've been in some motorway service stations where clearly they have round-the-clock cleaners who are going in and out there quite frequently, so usually they actually are quite fine. But yeah, some public toilets are just, the moment you step in them, you just feel like it's grotty as hell.
Well, you think in that case, because they're not in a motorway service station, they're going to be used constantly, because the amount of people that go into a service station, because there's always people on the road travelling from one part of the country to another, so they'll be absolutely heaving in that toilet. Whereas maybe one in like a supermarket may not get used, because if you need to go to the toilet in the supermarket, like before, why haven't you gone at home before you went?
Indeed. I always find sometimes the worst ones, at least from my experience, is when you go into fast food restaurant toilets.
Yeah.
Like in a Mackie D's or a KFC somewhere, and it's just, get a cleaner in here, please. It's like
I've seen one which had someone dumped some chips down it.
Wow, someone really didn't like their fries.
Yeah, so they dumped them down the toilet. I can't remember what it was. It might have been a KFC actually.
Oh dear. That's something. You couldn't just put it in a bin. Good lord.
No. So that's a Life Sucks, that one.
Absolutely, and also click the option of need to have a word with your dad about that.
Yes. Light bulb moment.
Today I tried to smack a fly that was buzzing around my room. Ended up hitting the wall a little too hard, scaring my cat, who jumped up and ran under the bed, knocking over a lamp. The fly's fine.
Well, that's the important thing. I feel that the fly being absolutely fine is good.
Yeah,
There we go. Leave it to that.
Indeed. It's also the cat's life that sucks here by the sound of it. Scary.
Yeah, this is one of the worries about cats, when the fact they jump everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you've got a TV that's on a stand, easily could be knocked over.
Yeah.
That's what you've got to think about when they start jumping about everywhere and getting among the wires of things and pulling wires out.
Yes, absolutely. It's a bit of a your life sucks on that one. Maybe shouldn't have tried to smack the fly so hard, especially when you're so close to the wall and all that.
I've just noticed this is in Berlin. Wouldn't it be funny if there's Angela Merkel? She was doing it in the Reichstag. Yeah. I tried to smack me fly. Me fly. It's going Jamaican a bit now.
Oh dear, that well-known Jamaican German politician Angela Merkel.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, life sucks there.
Okay. We've got lads. We've got lads being lads.
Today at my local fishing tackle shop, some dumb kids got into a fight and knocked me over into a glass display case of antique fishing hooks. Now I'm now in hospital, not only from cuts from broken glass, but I have 27 barbed hooks removed from my hands, arms and face. Felt like I had to get the voice there since you'd started.
Lads. Oh dear, this is wow.
Yep.
So these dumb kids weren't even in a fight with you.
No.
They were just with themselves, but knocked you over into how the fact that the fishing hooks got all into you. Jeez Louise.
What are they even doing coming into a freaking fishing tackle shop of all places and getting into a fight there? God, it's just... I hope you have security footage and you can get sort of pictures of them, maybe get their identities from police or something, and then just try and see if you can sue them for fucking money, or sue the family or something for money, and say, hey, these are your kids. Why are they so misbehaving?
I do. The fishing hooks can be very, very sharp and dangerous because, of course, they need to grab the fish and hook them out so you can get them. So. I assume you're going to have a nice day, maybe going fishing.
Yes.
But unfortunately, now you're in hospital.
Yeah.
At least you're in the UK, so you don't have to deal with a horrendous medical system.
No. It's free at the point of use. That's what matters.
Yeah.
So I say your life sucks on that one, definitely. Don't get how anyone wide like that.
Are you serious? Yeah. Are you serious? 59 people with you deserved it.
Probably trolls trying to be edgy and funny.
Okay.
Yeah.
On to the next, which is many such cases.
Today I wanted to look clever during a work meeting, so I used a thesaurus to find a fancy word for important. Ended up calling a project pivotal, but mispronounced it as pivotal in front of everybody.
Well, sometimes mispronouncing words can happen.
It can, but you kind of walked into that one.
That would be an interesting moment. Yes, this project I'm doing is very pivotal to our organisation, and they're all looking at each other going, "Sorry, what?
It's what again?
Pivotal?
Do you mean pivotal?
Yeah. Yes, I mean pivotal. Well, at least you were trying to find. Yeah, it's like, I remember in school they hated you using the word nice.
Yeah.
They're like, always try, use a different word. So I'm to look for a thesaurus to try and find a better word for nice.
It's always interesting because I sometimes think if I was to look back on sort of like creative writing projects that I did in high school, it'd be like, I feel like if you read them back now, you would sort of look at them and think, God, it feels like someone really plundered a thesaurus to write this.
Sometimes. Yeah. I must admit, when I used to do essays, I used to be a good term was a flowery.
Flowery, yeah.
I used to use over the top.
Yeah, same.
Eating the thesaurus.
Because it feels like, you felt like, kind of had to be. And then it's interesting because, certainly actually having taught university undergraduates back when I was living up north, and they would obviously write essays, and that is actually a piece of advice that I would always have to give them. You don't need to be flowery or overly verbose in your language. You just need to be to the point and just tell me what your argument is. And I think because that's the thing, like with 18-year-olds having come out of the school system, I think they've sort of had it ingrained in them that they have to be flowery and verbose when actually they don't need to be. But
unless you need to increase the word count.
That, yeah.
Yeah, then you need to try and make it more, instead of saying this was nice. This happened to be very delectable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Verily, I did find through this research that the data pointed to this conclusion.
That will increase my word count, yes.
Yeah, indeed. There's a bit of YDI in this one, but I think it's a bit of like harmless YDI. I mean, your co-workers probably fine. They're not judging you that harshly for it, I don't think.
No.
Yeah.
Reported and blocked.
Today I got fired as a waiter because I refused to serve alcohol to a pregnant woman, and she reported me. Turns out she's not pregnant, she's just a fat Karen. Ooh, that's a YDI. I'm just saying that right away.
So you thought you're under the assumption she was pregnant, and you actually didn't serve because you carried and she wasn't. Oh no, you can't be doing things like that.
Indeed, that you can't make that assumption, and also, it's not a good look for the OP here, coming online here and sort of bitching about it and calling her a fat Karen, when actually she might not have been a Karen at all. Because by the sound of it, she was kind of in her rights there to say, I'm not pregnant. In which case she'd have had full rights to alcohol.
That's a very dodgy line to be on, isn't it? To see if to tell someone's pregnant when they're actually not.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, the thing is, like, I don't know, obviously, what the sort of kind of rules are around it, but I don't even think you could refuse to serve a pregnant woman alcohol in the first place. Because I don't think there's any sort of law against it. Obviously, it's a health risk for the child if they're excessively drinking, but. If it's just small amounts of alcohol, I don't think that's a problem,
that shouldn't cause much. That shouldn't cause much at all.
Not that, because basically I don't think you should be in refusing to serve alcohol to a pregnant woman in the first place. That's just my take on it.
Imagine if you went. She said, "No, I'm actually not pregnant." Oh right, okay. So that steak you just ordered, I think you should swap that for a salad then.
If you said that, then that'd be rude as well. That'd probably also get you fired, just saying. Indeed, yeah.
That'll get you severely fired, yeah.
That's a definite YDI. That's our first, proper, without a shadow of a doubt, hit that YDI immediately.
Yeah.
One. Yeah.
Absolutely, that's the big one. Reunited.
Today...
hang on a minute. It says it's from 2014, and I hadn't read that bit, but it's still good stuff.
We've got to wait for Phil
now
to...
now you may weed.
Yeah, now may weed.
Yeah, now you're a big fat weed.
I'm a fat weed, am I?
Always annoying the gardens.
People are going to smoke me and get high off me.
God.
Today I accidentally called my boss, Mom. Now she's jokingly telling everyone that I'm the long-lost daughter she gave up for adoption because she knew I'd be a failure.
Okay, well, it was started off being quite jokingly, but then there was a little twist at the end there.
That got a bit personal and nasty at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, wow, that's... I think you need to have a word with her for that one.
Go to HR maybe and just say, look, that's a bit out of order, saying that.
That is a bit out, calling you a failure.
Yeah.
I must admit, I have accidentally called a teacher.
Yeah.
That. I can't remember if it was a female teacher mum or a male teacher dad. I can't remember, but I did do it in secondary school.
Could have been worse.
I did. I remember doing it once, and I was like, I think I was about to not. I don't think I said it fully, but I went back on myself, luckily, and I don't think anyone heard it. I was like, yes, Mrs. Yeah, Mrs. Yeah.
Yeah. You saved yourself at the last moment. Fantastic.
I think a lot of people have done that though before.
Yeah, everyone's probably done it at some point, or at least most people. It's just one of those things that people laugh off and then everyone forgets about it not long after. That's Your Life Sucks on that one.
Yeah.
OP,
especially with the bit of twist at the end there.
Yeah. So at first I was just thinking, it was, like you say, it was just going to be a little sort of light-hearted. Okay, that's embarrassing, but hey. But then that final bit at the end was just like, wow, that's out of order.
You should have then gone, yeah, I am a failure because I'm working under you.
Yeah, indeed.
Oof,
yes.
Burn. Where are you?
Today I found a really amazing person on a dating site. We'd just begun our conversation, and within 15 to 20 minutes the site went offline. I thought she'd ghosted me, and she's probably thinking the same too. It's been 2 hours and it's still down.
Oh no! The stars didn't align, and karma, some weird karma got in the way there, and that's awful.
Yeah.
Because you both think you're ghosting each other. And thought, oh well, they're not worth my time then if they're going to act like this.
Yeah.
And they're not acting like this at all.
Indeed. Yeah. Well, I would hope that it won't be too much of an issue. Maybe when it eventually comes back online, you could just say, "I'm really sorry, things went down."
Hopefully they're still there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you get a number at all? Because that would make it really easy.
Yeah.
You could just be like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. No, I didn't ghost you. No, sorry. The site's just gone down."
Yeah.
And then they'll go, "Oh yeah, I just experienced the same thing."
Indeed, yeah. I mean, she's probably figured out as well that the site's gone down.
Yeah.
She'll have noticed probably. So in that case, probably be no harm done. In that case, it's just
Yeah, you
ignore
probably
sucks.
both realise it, won't you?
Yeah, exactly. On to the next one.
Oh, I think you've just slightly moved the camera a little bit.
Oh, have I moved the camera a little bit? That's unfortunate. Do I need to turn it
just a bit to the right?
to the right, so like this?
There we go. Yeah, that's better. So we've got a tender moment between the old brews.
Okay, today I accompanied my dad to the airport for him to say goodbye forever to his childhood best friend. After their goodbyes, right as they turned away, they started to whimper, did a sad squeal-like sound, faced each other and hugged and cried like kids. I've no idea if I should laugh, be sad, or get embarrassed. Or, just give them their moment.
Yeah.
That's also an option.
Yeah, let them be. I don't really think this fits. I don't really even think that this fits. You deserved it, to be honest, because what we getting them to deserve? What, the fact that their dads are crying?
Yeah.
I think this would be something like get over it.
Yeah, I think probably why people have hit YDI on that one is because, I don't know, does the OP here just come across as being a bit judgmental towards the dads? He's a bit like, oh, I'm embarrassed by this. It's like, well, they're fucking old friends, right? It's okay for dudes to show emotion,
Yeah,
if they want to.
good friends.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're good friends, and if you disappeared forever, we'd be like, oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah, indeed you would. Absolutely. Yeah, I am inclined a bit to the YDI on that one, just because the OP seems a bit sort of, I don't know, a little bit judgmental with the embarrassed bit.
What I was saying is I don't think it fits either,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Maybe your option is the right one. Just
get over it.
Yeah. Indeed.
Let them have the time together. They're not going to see. For God's sake, if they've been friends since childhood, they're not going to see each other again. Jesus Christ. I mean, yeah. If I was like for you, if I would never see you again, because we've been childhood best friends, it would be a bad moment.
Yeah. I'm also curious
because you said because I remember you said you were going to take part in the Mars One project. No, Andrew, no.
I'm off to the red planet. I'm just curious about that goodbye forever bit. What exactly is going on here that means that they're not going to see each other again. That's quite enthralling. I feel like there's also a bit of more information needed here.
Oh no! I've thought of a worst case scenario. What happens if one of them is having to go into a hospice because they've got cancer?
Possibly, yeah.
Oh,
could be. You never know.
And that could be it.
Indeed. So don't be so judgmental, OP.
That's a good one. Nosy nitwit.
Today at the mall, I ran into a lost crying little girl. It was my best friend's daughter. She recognised and clung to me as I called her dad. Some nosy lady snatched her from me and caused a scene screaming kidnapper. So I got apprehended her claim while she heard me say, if you still want to see her... Wow, that's a Karen right there.
Yeah, that's that. And the fact kidnapper. Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're just trying to help. Well, hopefully you'll be able to explain that you're just trying to help. That it was your best friend's daughter, and when your best friend comes to reinforce that point, you'll be like, yeah, this is my best friend. You're looking after my daughter.
God, I mean, on one level, you're right there.
You really knocked it.
Oh, not the camera again. Sorry.
Yeah.
There we go. Is that better?
There we go. Yeah.
Sorry, I keep doing that by accident. I don't mean to. No, saying. I mean, on one level, it's good that people are being vigilant to the possibility of, kids being harmed. But at the same time, this Karen here probably could have approached this. This lady could basically have just, I think, approached this a bit more. I don't know, tactful. That's not the right word. There are things they could have done, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
100%.
Maybe contacted security or something like that.
Shouldn't have done that at all.
It's a tricky one.
Kidnapper.
I mean, if, for example, you genuinely felt that there's a kid who's in danger, and maybe if, like, the person who you suspect is hurting or kidnapping them is actually on the move and possibly driving them, then I can understand why you might cause a scene. Just, better to be safe than sorry and all that. But if the person who you're accusing isn't actually moving or seemingly making any move to actually take them away anywhere, then maybe there's just better ways of handling that.
There is a lot of people who do horrible things like that, so it's good to be vigilant. But
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tricky one, that. I think, yeah, definitely your life sucks at the same time. And, I've sort of talked myself out of calling this woman a Karen already, just because, it depends on people's mindset in the moment and all that. There's a lot of things to consider, so yeah, I apologise for calling Lady a Karen, but yeah, I think maybe there's just a better way it could have been handled. Who knows? There you go.
Oh, we got caught in 4K from 2011.
Today I was installing wireless surveillance cameras outside my workplace.
And you've knocked it again.
Oh, have I knocked it again? Oh, God, it must be the wire of my headset that keeps it's tangled up a bit. There we go. Installing wireless surveillance cameras outside my workplace. Before mounting them, I pointed them around the building to make sure there was a good signal and picture. Go inside to the monitor just in time to see a kid steal one of the cameras.
Oh, no. Oh, of course, there has to be some little kid who has to go in and nick one of them.
Yeah. Well, if you've seen them on the feed, hopefully that's been recorded and you've immediately got a full view of their face and their appearance. Indeed. Get it to the police.
Well, maybe not to be apprehended because there might be a kid, but to have a word with their parents.
Well, I think still it's theft, and probably the police would be involved. Just even if it's just to caution the kid, just to make clear that's not acceptable. You can't do that.
Oh, I see. That's not acceptable around here. Please don't go around stealing the old cameras.
Yeah, your life sucks there, indeed.
You look like you've seen a ghost, Andrew.
Indeed, I have. Today I was being ghosted by the person I'd been talking to online for 3 months. I was heartbroken, but then I noticed a message notification pop up from him. Excited, opened it only to see, sorry, wrong person.
Ouch!
Ooh, yes.
That's clearly they were not into you.
Nope.
After a while, it turned out they must have found someone else that they liked a bit better, even though you have been talking for 3 months. I'm so sorry that that's happened, but sometimes things like this do occur.
Your life sucks definitely on that one. Not much else to say, I think, but other than that,
it's an ouch moment.
Yeah, plenty of fish in the sea. Just keep sticking at it, and if you're really sort of wanting to find the romance and all that, you just got to sometimes keep plodding along.
Keep trying. Yeah, rejections are going to be very common. There we go.
That's the end of the page, ladies and gents.
We've done it. We've had a good session of FML, even though there's been a few gaps, but we've managed to see. And Andrew, there were no cheaters.
No cheaters. Yeah, I was
there
just
were
thinking
actually
that.
no cheaters. Yeah,
indeed.
Which
no
is
in-laws
good.
either.
I like to see that. No crazy. Apart the only horrible parent one was that one who biological parents were nasty. Yeah,
indeed. And a lesser one was the dad who wouldn't flush the toilet when he'd had a piss and all that.
Yeah, well that one's it's a little bit nasty, but it's not like major.
No, it's not. One of those things you could probably talk to him about and all that. Well, thanks for joining me, Phil.
Yeah, we'll do this another time.
Yeah, we will indeed. Right, social media links, propagandist channel link, all that jazz down in the video description for anyone interested. And if you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated and all that.
It is. A like is always appreciated. A like, maybe even a love.
A love.
A love. Imagine if that would be a new thing that YouTube introduced. A love.
Yes, massively boost it on the algorithm and all that. Wouldn't that be lovely?
Well, there you go. If YouTube, if you're listening, if one of the software devs of YouTube is listening right now, there you go. That's a little project for you.
Indeed. Well, there you go. It's us signing off now, isn't it, Phil?
It is. Goodbye, all.
Goodbye, everybody. Are you still moving? Okay, you've gone. Right, I'm out. I can go. Oh, she not? Jesus. Where's the thing from around the side? Okay, right. Shit, no. Oh, she's right behind. Oh my god, I can't see a thing in this one. Oh no, that's a card cut out, it's fine. Okay, just keep going. Keep moving. Bit by bit, push our way forward. Okay, we're here.